Lecture 12. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Chrysostom. What the angel thus told Joseph was beyond human thought and the law of nature. Therefore he confirms his speech not only by revealing to him what was past, but also what was to come. She shall bring forth a son. Gloss. That Joseph should not suppose that he was no longer needed in this wedlock, seeing the conception had taken place without his intervention. The angel declares to him that though there had been no need of him in the conception, yet there was need of his guardianship, for the virgin should bear a son, and then he would be necessary both to the mother and her son. To the mother to screen her from disgrace, to the son to bring him up and to circumcise him. The circumcision is meant when he says, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for it was usual to give the name in circumcision. Pseudo-Chrysostom. He said not, shall bear thee a son, as to Zacharias, both Elizabeth thy wife shall bear thee a son. For the woman who conceives of her husband bears the son to her husband, because he is more of him than of herself. But she who had not conceived of man did not bear the son to her husband, but to herself. Chrysostom. Or he left it unappropriated, to show that she bare him to the whole world. Rabanus. Thou shalt call his name, he says, and not shalt give him a name, for his name had been given from all eternity. Chrysostom. This further shows that this birth would be wonderful, because it is God that sends down his name from above by his angel, and that not by any name, but one which is a treasure of infinite good. Therefore also the angel interprets it, suggesting good hope, and by this induces him to believe what was spoken, for we lean more easily to prosperous things, and yield our belief more readily to good fortune. Jerome. Jesus is a Hebrew word meaning Savior. He points to the etymology of the name, saying, for he shall save his people from their sins. Remigius. He shows the same man to be the Savior of the whole world and the author of our salvation. He saves indeed not the unbelieving, but his people. That is, he saves those that believe on him, not in him, not so much from visible as from invisible enemies, that is, from their sins, not by fighting with arms, but by remitting their sins. Christogalus. Let them approach to hear this, who ask, who is he that Mary bare? He shall save his people, not any other man's people. From what? From their sins. That it is God that forgives sins. And if you do not believe the Christians so affirming, believe the infidels, or the Jews who say none can forgive sins, but God only. Luke 5:1.